breakdown for Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury, the two baddest men on the planet. The two baddest men on the planet. So, I am here in Abuja, in the background here of the National Stadium. So we have cricket here, football, national football team, national cricket team, national basketball team. It's all here for training. So, it's all good. So, go over here. Swimming pool. It's National Swimming Stadium behind it. Okay. It's the Masood Stadium in Abuja. It's the federal capital, the capital of Nigeria, and home to the president of Nigeria, Mr. Honorable President Tinubu. So, okay, so let's continue of this because here I'm here at the moment with my female side that are playing in the national championships. Yeah, it's been a bit of a journey, but anyway, let's go on. Let's talk about these fights tonight. First of all, let's talk about the opening fight. I think it's that UFC guy that's made transfer. The UFC guy who's fighting against Roberto Duran's son. And if Roberto Duran's son was any good, there's no way they'd put that UFC guy in with him. So if that UFC guy is any good, who's transferred to being a boxer or MMA guy, whatever, if he's any good, then he'll splatter. If Duran was any good, then there's no way that guy would be fighting Duran. So let's say that fight he should knock Duran out as far as I'm concerned. But Duran is the name he's fighting for, it's his son. So that's the first fight out of the way. I'm not going to go in order, just the people that come to mind. Makhmudov or whatever his downward name is. Listen, I've never rated that guy from day one. I know he had a big talk about in the amateurs. But he kind of reminds me of Luis Jorge Gonzalez. Remember Luis Jorge Gonzalez? He was a great amateur. He beat Riddick Bowe. He beat Lennox Lewis in the amateurs. And as a pro, people were hyping him up because he was big and tall. And then when he actually fought someone decent, Riddick Bowe beat the crap out of him. And that's how I see Makhmudov. He's a big guy. Look at the kind of guys he's fighting. He's now fighting that guy, I think is Wright, his name is. He's fighting a guy who can't even walk straight. He looks punch drunk, which is where he walks. And the guy's a cruiserweight. At this stage, at this Makhmudov's career, he should be banging at guy genuine heavyweights that have got some sort of purpose in life. I don't know where they dragged that guy up from. He's a cruiserweight, and that guy is like a super heavyweight. When guys fight guys like that, he's one of two things. They're not that good, or they're hiding glass. It's one or the other. Because as far as I'm concerned, why are you fighting that cruiserweight guy? What does that prove? Beating up that guy? What does that? I can go beat up that dude. What does that prove? It doesn't prove anything. So forget Makhmudov. He's big. He's got a big head, and I don't think he's that good. I really don't think he's that good. I mean, they fought Takam. He didn't blast Takam away, did he? So I mean, I don't rate him. So move him out the way. Wardley versus Adelaide. Adelaide, I know from, as I said, BWTM Sports. We did an interview with him when he was sparring with Hughie Fury before he turned pro. For me, Adelaide, he hasn't performed the way he should have done as a pro yet, but this might be his big fight where he performs and he does the business. I don't know. Wardley, to me, cannot afford to be getting himself shook up in this fight. He's got to hurt Adelaide early from opening bell. Thank you very much. He's got to hurt Adelaide early. He's got to walk out there. It's like talking the talk and saying you're the experienced this and you've done this. You've got to show Adelaide why he's levels below you by taking a throw, take a centre ring, hit him and hurt him early. Adelaide may have the more amateur experience, and usually when you have more amateur experience and you're a pro, that tends to show. But as a pro, Wardley has fought at a much higher level, and I think Wardley needs to be awake in this fight. Can't afford to be half asleep and allow Adelaide to jump on him and get confidence. If Adelaide got confidence in this fight, he stops Wardley. But if Wardley can crack him early and hit him on that chin early, then it might be a different fight altogether. Because, for me, Adelaide, it's just a feeling I get about him. Bit of a bully boy. Bit of a guy that thinks if he can get on top of you, he will. But when he gets on top of him, I think he's going to be not looking for a way out, but I think that his body language will be very different. So we'll see. But it's all dependent on what Wardley does in this fight. It's dependent on if he can beat Adelaide. And that sounds, because, you know, he's talked a good game, but inside, is he actually intimidated by Wardley? By Adelaide? Because if he's actually intimidated by Adelaide, then he'll be very tentative in his start, and he might tighten up and try and wing big shots in. But if he really believes he's better than Adelaide, then he should fight with confidence. So you're going to know in the first round how confident Wardley is with Adelaide. Is he going to let Adelaide land a big one and then try and recover and try and chin Adelaide? Because for me, Wardley's best performances have been when he's been hit on the chin and stung, and then he starts to let his hands go. He needs to let his hands go without getting stung in this fight for sure. So there's that fight. Who else? Bakole versus Takam. That's a good fight. Bakole's coming at a career heaviest weight. Don't know what the hell's going on there. Bakole's another guy that fights with his face. Takam's got a good chance in this fight if he can catch Bakole regularly with overhand rights. If Bakole can't hurt Takam, I believe Takam's got a good chance to knock Bakole out. Why do I say that? As Bakole fights with his face. And he's heavier than he usually is. So that means he's going to take blows even more than he should take. I don't rate Bakole. I don't rate him because he's got no defense. And when you fight with your face and you've got no defense, that's trouble for you. So mark my words on that one. If Bakole gets knocked out by Takam, I would not be surprised. If Bakole has to come from behind against Takam, I would not be surprised. Because just the way Bakole fights. Main event, Tyson Fury, Ngannou. Thoughts on this fight? Ngannou has been sparring with a number of sparring partners. I wouldn't be surprised if Fury's had information on this fight prior about Ngannou. Whether Ngannou takes a good shot, whether Ngannou boxes, whether Ngannou takes a good shot, how Ngannou is, how powerful he punches, how he moves, what he's been doing in training. Fury will know all of that. Fury will know if he can stand in range with Ngannou or not. Now, there are people who may have sparred Wilder and sparred with Ngannou and say, you know what, this guy hits harder than Wilder. This guy hits better. He doesn't hit as hard as Wilder. We sparred both guys. So there's that sort of intel you'll get. Ngannou is not the type of guy to be played with, despite the media hype of, Tyson's going to blow this guy away. Listen, Tyson should blow him away if Tyson's as good as the media portray him to be. The thing is, media can hype you up as much as they want. Let's be honest, Tyson's best win has been against Deontay Wilder, a guy who many people don't think can box. Take that to the bank, and it was against aging Klitschko. Those are his best wins, and we're talking about him like an all-time great. I don't think Tyson's all-time great just yet. I think he's a very, very good fighter, don't get me wrong. But I think there's a bit of overinflation when it comes to Tyson Fury, particularly because of their heavyweight history. And I'm not being racist here, and the hope for a great white hope. So that in itself, generates more hype because of Tyson Fury. I'm not saying Tyson Fury can't fight. I'm not saying Tyson Fury doesn't deserve to be number one. I'm not saying any of that. But the word upset. If Tyson Fury stands in range, and remember, this is a big 19-stone guy who is a king in his own right and is not going to be intimidated by Tyson Fury. He's a king. So these are kings coming to blows. So we can talk all we want about, well, Tyson's the more experienced fighter. He is. But experience is only useful when you can use it. Experience is not useful when it's a new experience. A new experience of somebody working your body. A new experience for a 19-stone guy working your body and working your head. A new experience when you think a guy's not as good as you expect him to be and he becomes him better than expected. I don't know. If Ngannou were to knock Tyson Fury out, I would not be surprised. And if Fury were to knock Ngannou out, I would not be surprised. It's one of them fights. 50-50, no. You've got to give it 70-30 to Tyson. But it's whether Ngannou can land them blows that matter. The thing I want to know is when I think Ngannou's going to be more dangerous when he's up close than when he's at distance. Fury must keep this fight at distance. If Fury decides to get up close with Ngannou, that is dangerous. Dangerous. Because you're fighting a guy that his natural game is to get up close and get inside and tie up. And so the wrestling element of things is going to be in Ngannou's favour, I think. So his delivery technique is key. So I don't know how good Ngannou is, and I don't know how much Fury's got left. Keep taking weight off your body the way Tyson Fury keeps doing it, the way he's abused his body over the years. I don't know. He needs to get out there, use his jab. Francis's first problem is the jab. How does he get past the jab? And then when he gets inside, is he going to allow Fury to just tie him up and lean on him and tire him? Or is the referee going to allow that to happen? Remember, this fight is gauged for Fury to win. Fury must win to set up the mega fight with Usyk. Remember this. So nothing is going to be in Francis Ngannou's favour. Nothing is going to be in his favour. And the reason I say that is because there's more money to be made in Tyson Fury winning than in Ngannou winning. So expect all sorts of stuff in Fury's favour because they want the Usyk fight. And the Usyk fight has been signed. And Usyk's already come to the arena and has sized up Tyson Fury. And by the way, Usyk didn't look that much smaller than Fury or bigger. Fury didn't look that much bigger than Usyk. So I just think this fight, a lot of this fight is going to be down to Usyk versus Fury or Fury versus Usyk. We've seen it so many times. When there's a super fight ahead, there's two super fights back to back. So as soon as Ngannou gets in the ring, they get their money back. They get their investment. They've made their money and they make their profit as soon as Ngannou steps in that ring. That's it. Once Ngannou steps in that ring, that's it. The rest of it doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. Once Ngannou steps in that ring, they've got their money. If Ngannou, then the next thing is to secure Fury the victory. That's it. But Ngannou's a lot smarter than a lot of people give him credit for. Just the way he talks, the way he looks at Fury, the way he acts at Fury is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. He's not in getting involved in Fury's antics and nonsense. He's not intimidated by Fury. He's not scared of Fury. So this guy's coming out with the intention to knock Fury out. He must think to himself, well, I've only got to look out for the left and the right. When I'm wrestling, I've got to look out for left. I've got to look for right. I've got to look out for kicks. I've got to look out to get taken down. So he's got less to worry about. So why would he be scared? Yeah, man, loving the sun. I don't know if I could turn my camera around, I could show you where I'm at. I don't think I can turn. Can I turn my camera around? Oh, I can. Look at this. That's where I'm at the moment. So we're in Abuja. This is the stadium. The Masood Stadium in Abuja. It's not too far away from the president's house of Nigeria. Facilities are pretty good. We're here for the women's national championships. All the work I've been doing here in Nigeria has taken my squad and my team to these national championships. We're playing against, so imagine it'd be like, it'd be like Lewisham, like let's say I've got a team from Lewisham playing against a London team. That's how it is. So like a London team, a Manchester team, a Birmingham team. It's like that. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. No, the ladies aren't troubling too much. I've got a team of 14 girls in the hostel. 14 girls. And then we've got the Lagos Ministry of Education with me as well. So, got to thank them for the backing I'm getting out here. That's the gymnasium over here. This is the indoor sports hall. Let's go for a little walk. No, Makhmudov is not one for the future. I'll tell you why he's not one for the future. Look how big that guy is, and look how long he's been boxing. Look at his boxing career. Look who's fighting tonight. That dude, the guy can't even walk in a straight line, that dude. Look, dude, he can't walk in a straight line, he's a cruiserweight. And do you know who that guy's name is? Have you ever seen that guy fight before? I've never seen that guy, I've never even heard of that guy. I didn't know that guy existed. I don't know, it must have got him out the yellow pages, because I don't know who that guy is. And you're fighting on such a big stage, and you're fighting against a guy that nobody knows about. How can he be the future? Big stiff idiot like him, with a big head like him. Come on. How can he be the future? Good morning. The sun is gleaming. This is one of the reasons why I can't leave this country. The weather's so good. The weather's so nice. He's a powerful man. He's a powerful man with a great amateur. If he's that powerful and he's got a great amateur background, why is he fighting that dude he's fighting tonight if he's that good? What do you reckon of the World Cup? I haven't even been watching it. I'm so disinterested so far. So disinterested. How are we doing? I was just so disinterested so far. That's one of the ladies who are going to be taking part. We've got 5 psychologists in today who will be talking to our ladies, talking about mental health, and the importance of. So I don't rate him at all. Makhmudov, I do not rate him. I do not rate him at all. He's just big. Okay, tell me, who's the best fighter Makhmudov has in his career? Who's the best guy he's fought so far? Tell me. Guy's useless. Makhmudov is useless. I remember I told you that stuff about, what's the other guy? Other big stiff idiot. The one that Zhang beat. Him. That guy that Zhang beat, he's useless as well. I said he was useless. He was a waste of time. Everybody said, no, he's really good. He's the future. He's useless. He's useless. Bokoli's got a demolition job. Listen to me. If Takam can't knock Bokoli out, Takam needs to retire. Because Bokoli fights with his face. So I don't know what Bokoli's probably been eating a bit too much out there in Saudi. That's disgusting. Can't call yourself a world-class heavyweight looking like that. I'm sorry. I hope Takam knocks him out, does a hunt with him tonight. Because that's disgusting. One, he's disgusting shape. 2, I mean, you talk to yourself, you're on the biggest stage you can be on, and you go and let yourself down like that. Come on. Hrgovic still recovering from his father's death. He was going through it to fit. Listen to me. So, what about, what's his name? Hello, everyone. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, that's one of the teams walking in now. It's Team Kaduna. Team Kaduna. Some very good players at Team Kaduna. Very, very good players. So Kaduna is a state in Nigeria. And with the team I'm coaching is like an area of, it's like a team in London, like Lewisham. And this is like a state in itself. Good morning, Ma. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So. Apparently, Bokoli got a loan from the Congo government, which he was not training, and he misspent it. Bokoli should be fighting better opposition after smashing Ilka to bits. Yes, I agree. But I actually would not be surprised if Takam knocked out Bokoli tonight, and that would be very nice. Sorry. When people come into shape like that, and they you know, I don't like it. I don't like to see, as a coach, I don't like to see people abusing their talent and ability. So I hope Takam wins tonight. As for Hrgovic, I never rated Hrgovic. Never rated Hrgovic. And I rated Zhang. I told people to be careful of Zhang. And now everyone's rating Zhang. Zhang's this, Zhang that, Zhang this. If Hrgovic and Zhang fight again, Hrgovic should get knocked out this time by Zhang. I'm telling you. Why doesn't, and you know, this is a good fight. What? Makhmudov versus Zhang. I wonder if they'll take that fight in a hurry. I don't rate Makhmudov. I don't. When I want to look at a heavyweight fighter and I want to see their trajectory and how they're doing in boxing, I want to see the sort of guys they're fighting. Why is he fighting a cruiserweight? Why is he not fighting a genuine heavyweight? Hrgovic did better than... Yeah, but the difference between Hrgovic and Joyce's team set him up. I told you that. Joyce was set up. Joyce was never good against southpaws, and that's what happened to him. He had no preparation for that fight. Although I think he would have beaten Usyk, and given that same situation, he would have beaten Usyk. Usyk's small and fights very different to Zhang, and doesn't have that left hand that Zhang had. So I knew that Joyce was going to get beat by Zhang. I told you that. I told you that both fights over. You can't walk through them guys like that. So, yeah. Let me bring my camera back on myself and get back in because I've meant to be going to the seminar. Right. Let's go inside, shall we? Take a little walk inside. This is going to go into the go through the cafeteria. There's one of my coaches here, Samuel. Still going. Just walking quickly. Good morning. There you go. He's fighting for British because they're making investment, banging money in on him. That's what it is. It's investment. See if he gets his ass beat, at least he's been given a British title fight. Okay, this is the basketball stadium. You can see, this is the stadium we're in. We've got a seminar we're doing today, so, and it's a cricket seminar, but this is the basketball. See it? This is a national basketball stadium with all cricketers in here, as you can see. There you go. And these are the other teams, other squads that are coming for the seminar. So, right. I won't do a Dave Allen and do an interview in the toilet, but anyway, thank you all so much, and I'll see you on the other side in the morning. Take care.